If you would like to know how to make this a classic Victoria sponge cake, then continue to watch the video. And while you're here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Hello and welcome back to Simon's Bacon Isolation Inspiration, the baking channel where we don't take ourselves too seriously and we have fudging good fun while we bake. Now you lot at home already know what we're making, a Victoria sponge sandwich, whatever you want to call it, cake. It's a traditional classic cake and it's perfect for a sunny day. The ingredients you're going to need to make this cake are as follows. In this bowl we have got 225 grams of self-raising flour. In this bowl we have got 225 grams of butter. And in this bowl we have got, you guessed it, 225 grams of caster sugar. You can use granulated, whatever you want, who cares. In this bowl we got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and in the big boy we have got 4 chicky eggs, splish of vanilla extract, and for the fillings and decorations we have got 300 ml of double cream, enough strawberries to fill a bowl, and some raspberry jam. Why am I using raspberry jam? Quite simple, couldn't get strawberry really. Now, the equipment you're going to need in order to make this cake are as follows. A hand whisk. A lot of you youngsters out there would never have seen one of these funky looking contraptions. We don't use electric in this household. We use our strength. Get it in there with a hand whisk. A spatula for spatuling. And a piping bag with a nozzle. Whatever nozzle you want, or if you don't want to use a piping bag and you just want to slap the cream on, be my guest. And you also need 2 8-inch sandwich tins. Now what you want to do is give these a nice line, bit of butter, a little bit of paper on the bottom, and just lightly butter the edges. Now you want to get your parents to do this, or whoever, because this is the most boring job and you don't want to be wasting your time with lining tins. So that's why I'm going to get my wife to do them.
I'm not doing it.
It looks like then I'm doing it. Today I'm making this Victoria sponge cake as a birthday cake for my sister-in-law. It's her birthday tomorrow and I've been requested to make this cake. So I've decided to pull out the most fanciest cake board that I've got. And here it is. Look at that. Only the best. Now the first job you at home should be doing right about now is getting your ovens on to preheat. Gas them up 4 or 180 degrees. Get it on. To start with, get your big boy, get your butter, and whop it straight in. Next, get your sugar, and get that in the bowl as well. Now, with your spatula, start to beat this sugar and the butter together until it's all beat together. God, this is hard work. I'm getting my hands in. Look at that. Mucky. Now, once you've had enough of mixing it with your hands, finish it off with the spatula to really amp up the fluffiness of the butter and sugar. Get your hand whisk in there and literally just beat it for a couple of minutes until your arms are dead. Now that is the consistency that you're looking for. It's really light, really pale, really fluffy. Now I hope your arms are hurting because now we're going to destroy them. We're going to go in with our eggs, one at a time. Give it a tap on the table. Now you want to whisk this all together until it's all incorporated. This is what it looks like after cracking 1 egg in. We're going to continue to do this 1 egg at a time. If you put all the eggs in at one go, it will curdle and split and be real lucky. So do it 1 at a time until they're all incorporated. Now this is it after 4 eggs, and I hope everyone's arms are absolutely aching. Or no, mine are. But we're not done yet. Get your vanilla extract, and now is the time to put a splish in. Splish. Now get that whisked in. Now it's time to go in with the dry ingredients. Get your baking powder, pop it in with the flour, and with your whisking finger, Just give that a gentle stir together. Now get all of this flour into the eggery, sugary, buttery mixture. Now with your spatula, you want to fold all this flour in. So the way to do it is go around the outside and cut. Round and cut. Make sure all your flour is incorporated. If there's any up on the edges, get all that in. And it should end up looking like this. Now it's time for the taste test. So, your finger in. Ugh, that tastes really good. Now it's time to get all this into this. Now it's time to spread this evenly between the tins. How do you do that? A spatula at a time. So there's one spatula. And there's another one. One for you. And one for you. What do you think? Do you reckon they look even? Now it's time to level them off. So get your spoon. Push it to the edge and around. Make sure you fill in all the corners. How's about that? Do they look pretty level to you? Let me know in the comments down below how you think these will turn out. Do you reckon they'll sink or do you reckon they'll be perfect? Now, the temptation is to get hold of these and bang them on a table. Don't do that because you knock the air out. Give it a little wiggle if you want. That way if there is any pockets of air, the mixture will fill them really. Now let's get these bad boys in our preheated oven. Now, I have whopped them straight in the oven. Now you want to cook these for around about 25 minutes or until they're cooked. There we have it, the timer's just gone off and here they are at the oven. Now it's time to do the cake test. So get your skewer, pop it in the middle, pull it out. If it comes out clean, perfect. If you don't have one of these, you can use a toothpick or whatever. Now we're going to leave these for 10 minutes to cool down. What will happen is they'll shrink away from the edge and then they'll pop out much more easy. Now these have had 10 minutes. You can see they've shrunk away from the tin and hopefully, fingers crossed, these will pop out. So what we do, get a tin of baked beans, roughly in the middle, and here we go. Easy as that. They want to pop this on the rack to cool. Now what people usually do is they get their cooling rack and they pop it on top and tip it out. What happens is they always end up with lines across. But what you've got to do, get a tea towel, pop it on top of the tea towel, take your base off and your paper, and get your cooling tray. Tip it over, and hey presto, no lines. Top tip. Now we need to leave these to cool down completely before we put the filling in the middle. Now my cakes are cooling down, it's time to whip up some cream. Now you know how I like to do it. I don't use electric whisks, nice kitchen aids. I use hand whisks. It's much harder and it gives your arms a jolly good old workout again. So get your cream straight in with your hand whisk. Whisk the living bejesus out of it. Look at the state of my top. This was fresh on last week. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's why you should always wear an apron. Now this is the consistency you're looking for. It's gone nice and thick and it holds on to the whisk. Put it over your head if you want, just to check. Perfect. Cream, jam, cake, board. Let's start making this cake. Now get your cake on the board first of all. Now it's time to go on with some jam. And be generous with the jam. No one likes people that are stingy with stuff. So pop it in the middle. And just spread it out. Now there we go. The jam is all on. You don't want to go too close to the edge because we're going to pipe some cream round and you don't really want it falling down. Otherwise it'll just make it look real unattractive really. Now, with your cream, get your spatula and pop it into a piping bag. Now what I've done with this piping bag is I've just got it in a pint glass. I've just folded the edge over, just helps it really. There we go, there's my cream all in a bag. Now I've gone for a plain bottom. If you want to use fluted, you can use fluted. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is start in the middle and I'm going to spiral my way out to the edge. Now it doesn't have to look too neat and tidy because at the end of the day that top bit's going to cover it. But what I will make nice and neat and tidy is I'll go around the edges with some blobs. Now look at that, doesn't that look better? Now it's time to go on with the top piece. Just give that a little press down. Now here's a little top tip. If your cake's anything like mine and it's got a little sag in the middle, we're not going to throw it away. What a waste. Just go in with a little bit of cream in the middle. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is get a few of these strawberries and I'm just going to plonk them in to make a nice spiral. Doesn't that look pretty? Now I've got a little bit of cream left over, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few little dobs around the edge just to neaten it up. Now with your leftover strawberries, cut the top of the green off, cut them in half, just place them in, the cream spiraling around. Doesn't that look pretty? This is an optional extra. As you can see, the cake looks very classic. It is a classic cake. Hopefully you lot at home like it. If you do like the look of this cake, give us a thumbs up. Now this is an optional extra. Just to finish it off really, I'm just going to give it a light dusting with icing sugar. So what you want to do, get a tablespoon. Don't need a lot. And what people tend to do is they go straight over the top with the icing sugar and then you find it gets really clumpy up the top. Here's a little secret. Start off of the cake. Start about here. And then when you go across, it's nice and even. And then if you missed a bit, come back and come off. And now it's time for the taste test.
No.
What?
It's birthday cake.
Oh yeah, it's a birthday cake. How silly of me. There we go, Sarah. There is your birthday cake, lovingly made from me. Wishing you a happy birthday. Love you lots. Keep up the good work, girl. Do you reckon I could take just a little sliver off the back? You never know.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh well, guys. That's that. No taste test. But you know me, I'd never let you folks down at home. You make this and it's guaranteed to be delicious. I mean, come on, look at me. Don't look like the sort of guy that doesn't eat cake. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to me by clicking on my face right here. And while you're at it, don't forget to click here for all my other recipes. Thank you very much. It's a shame we can't eat that. Can't we just like, I don't know, eat that and then buy a little caterpillar cake? She never knows the difference, will she?